Well, here we got Finland and here we got Sweden. Sweden and Finland, they don't have any Arctic coast. Norway is just sucking up all of it, and so is Russia. But did you know that Finland actually, before World War II, actually held some Arctic coast up in this area, which formerly used to be part of Finland but now isn't, in the city of Petsamo. Well, all of this is still here, and it's now just part of Russia instead. So, what we're gonna do today is just explore this area, which formerly used to be Finland, see if we can see maybe some Finnish remnants from World War II, and also, this is just a really interesting region. Also, just to clear off this entire area, because in a former video, I looked through the Fisherman's Peninsula, and I've also looked through this area when I looked for the deepest hole in the world. And we're gonna look through this area in the middle, which formerly used to be Finnish Arctic coast. I think we're gonna leave Petsamo to the last because it's the most interesting one, and we're gonna look at these areas because actually this town looks really interesting. Like, why is this place called Sputnik? Most likely named after the first satellite ever launched into space, which was launched by the Soviet Union. Let's see if there's any pictures of the town of Sputnik. I mean, not a lot of it. We got like an ATV, just aura farming. Like, this looks cool. The town, a bunch of World War II memorials. Here's a pretty cool looking memorial. I think this is the flag of the Russian Navy, if I'm not... Wait, pause. I saw a really cool memorial. Yeah, this is a cool looking photo. Here's the Russian emblem, the Soviet flag, and we got the Russian Navy flag. I mean, this is a coastal city almost, so it kind of makes sense, I guess, that they have like Navy stuff here. But let's actually go into the city of Sputnik and see what goes on here. Well, it looks quite Russian, but yeah, the nature here looks very much like northern Scandinavia, in my opinion. You can see like the tundra here. This looks like northern Sweden or northern Norway, not alongside the coast but a little bit deeper inland. What is this? This is some... Yeah, you can just tell by the cars, like, this is a Russian car. You can see it instantly. Yo, what is this? What is this? Oh, what? This is some type of military base. Look how it's like kind of censored. Here are some military dudes. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's much more about that military place and some type of mine here, I guess, here in Sputnik. So I guess we're just gonna move to the next location then. I go to this city called the Petsamo. I have no clue how that is pronounced. Let's go down into Petsamo, see what goes on. Hey, yo, what's good? What's good? Is that a... Oh, some more. Whoa, yo, we ran into some military stuff once again. This feels illegal to look at almost. Like, are they gonna get pissed at me, like, sneaking and looking at their ATVs? Like, look at these. And here we have some trucks. I mean, this is a cool looking military stuff. Yeah, that's definitely some type of military base. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, this area is, like, censored. Here's some buildings, I guess. Yeah, this is also a military outfit. I guess this is just, like, some town based around the military. These are probably just like military personnel who live in this area. Let's go up to the actual relevant areas. Before we go to Petsamo, we could look at it a little bit like right here north of the town. What is this? There's something marked here. What is this? Oh, it's some type of like abandoned bunker from World War II. That's what it is. We have the bunker. It's Norwegian, Lindhammer. That means hammer, something hammer in Norwegian. Here's a town. Wait a minute. Pause. What is this? Is there a street view? Boom. Okay, where are we? Ooh, cool inflatable raft. A lot of them actually. Whoa, this is a really cool looking town here in the ocean. A lot of inflatable boats here. Yeah, this used to be part of Finland before World War II. I see some type of salmon farm here. Pretty cool looking spot here actually. This is all some type of cool looking bay. What do we have here? Ooh, I mean, just look at this. This is a really cool bay. Here we have some Russian dude absolutely chilling. Does he have Adidas on? Of course he has Adidas. Now that we have looked around a little bit in the area, let's actually go into the city of Petsamo. I wonder if there's anyone who is Finnish which still lives in Petsamo. Let's go down and look at this bridge. Oh, it's barricaded. You can't actually drive in here. That's pretty weird. From both directions. Okay, this river looks pretty cool. Probably good fishing. Ooh, what is that? Hill of Glory. Wait a minute. What? What do you mean Hill of Glory? Yo, tank. I love these tank monuments. They're so cool. There's some Russian dude chilling. Yo, look at this cool World War II monument. I get what they meant by Hill of Glory. What is this? This is a cool looking statue. Yeah, I wonder when this is from. This is probably quite old. Hill of Glory. Okay, now we should be a little bit closer. Ooh, yeah, this is a cool looking photo. This is some type of memorial area with a tank. With this area with the photos, and we got that statue. I want to see an up close of that statue. That's what I want to see. Look, this is kind of like they're celebrating over winning over Finland, because this town used to be Finland, And they have just like spammed the World War II monuments in this town to kind of like show that they won this town. They won this in the Winter War. But I'm not gonna lie, most likely this is more thinking about the Great Patriotic War, meaning like the war against Germany, than like the Winter War against Finland. Or maybe I wonder if like Russians consider the Winter War to be part of like the Great Patriotic War. Do you know what I mean? I mean that like do they think of that to be kind of like in part of the same conflict? Because Finland was on Germany's side. This looks really cool. Cool looking Hill of Glory. And here's some type of church. It's so weird that we have like this like communist symbolism and everything, and then right next to it we have an Orthodox church. A bit goofy. Oh, look at these kids, they're just posing next to a tank and they got the Russian hat and everything. I mean, that's kind of aura photo with those kids to be. Petsamo is way smaller than I thought it was. I thought it would be way bigger. What goes down here? Boom, we're next to the road now. Oh, that's the church. Pretty cool looking wooden church we got here. Yeah, that looks cinematic. And there we go, the bridge. Gideon. Oh, there's some type of, oh, what? Is this also some type of military thing? Everyone's just, yeah, well, what is this? What is going on here? I don't know what the lore is behind. Even the kids are doing push-ups. That's crazy, bro. Let's go in. Boom. What is it? Here's some type of like Russian celebration poster. It's on 2021, this photo. Let's see if we can actually get into the middle of this stadium, see what goes on here. Well, this stadium does not look too good, bro. What is this grass? Why did they... Bro, they need to work on the grass in this region. Or maybe it's just because it's in April. To be fair, this is in April. Grass looks like this in Scandinavia too in April. Looks left. Oh, is that a calisthenics park? Yo, let's go. We gotta look at it. Russia, not gonna lie, they have really good calisthenics parks. Wherever they go, they love spamming these. No wonder they're so good at calisthenics here. Yeah, they got pull-up bars, they got dip bars. This looks like a good workout location, actually. We're now in the middle of Petsamo. Okay, this actually looks pretty good. I guess it looks way better in summer. Here's also some type of World War II monuments. Like, they're really just like spamming World War II monuments in this town for some reason. I guess they're just really proud about beating Finland over this thing. And I kind of like the vibe here, not gonna lie. Imagine going on a walk here, blasting Kino in your headphones at winter. That is the vibe. That is honestly so vibe. Oh, what is... Nah, okay. We're leaving that location, that's for sure. Where are we now? I'm surprised there's so many, like, 360 photos in this area. Now we're on top of some railroad. What is that sign? Two people are running over the road. Warning, people might run over the road. I mean, it looks bad, but it doesn't look too bad. Like, this is not too bad. Like, I could honestly drive here over the Norwegian border and visit. This isn't too bad. This is actually kind of chill. Like, I've seen worse location. This is actually, it looks bad, but it looks bad in a way that it's interesting. I know that sounds weird. Look at all these harbor port area stuff thing, right? Probably have been there all the way since the Finnish times, right? Okay, it seems like it's not actually called Petsamo anymore. It's just the fact that I'm using Google Earth in the Swedish language that it still appears as Petsamo. It has been changed over to the name Petsängski district, but in Finnish it is known as Petsamo. So this is the area of the former Petsamo district, which used to be part of Finland. I also think this area right here also at one point was Finland, as well as this. This is known as Salla, and there's actually a region west in Finland also called Salla here on the Finnish side of the border. Flag looks like, I mean, I don't know what this represents. Oh, it's a bucket pouring something. What is it pouring? I don't know what. Population is 38,000 people in this entire Petsamo district, which is not a lot of people, but actually, to be fair, that is quite a lot more dense populated than same areas in northern Sweden, to be fair. And then most of the people live in a town named Nickel, which we covered in another video. Like, for most of its history, this place has only been inhabited by the Sami people, but throughout the Middle Ages and this type of stuff, it was a bit like unclear if it belonged to Norway, if it belonged to the Russians. Finland actually was the one who ended up getting this territory when Finland declared independence from the Russian Empire when the Russian Revolution was going on. Oh, look, here's a map of what the borders looked like when it was part of Finland. I didn't really think about the fact that Nickel actually used to be really controlled by Finland also at one point, so they actually had this mine. And actually Lillehammer actually is a Finnish name. This port was really important for Finland at the time because they can use it to export the nickel from this nickel mine. Plus, this port is one of the few ice-free ports which Russia has in this area. So it's a really strategic location. Well, since I'm not really finding that much more information, I'm kind of running out of things to talk about in this area. I think we can actually do a pretty interesting comparison now that we have seen the town of Petsamo. Let's see what it kind of looks like on the Norwegian side of the border, so we can kind of compare. This is gonna be like, you know how you go to North Korea and then you look at South Korea right next to them, or East Germany, West Germany. You kind of get to see what it looks like post-communism and not communist. Let's just show you guys how low a distance it is in between these areas. It is just 50 kilometers in between them. Well, also, first of all, let's look at this little interesting area. This area here is the Finnish, Norwegian and Russian border. You see the Russians, the Finnish and the Norwegians all meet in this one location. It's a pretty cool looking sign here, I guess, where and displaying, yeah, here it shows all of the different countries. We have a reindeer chilling alongside the border. Look at this, they have like a sign here for Russia, here's a sign for Norway, and then there should be a sign for Finland there. Is this a power plant? Yeah, this is a Russian power plant just alongside the Norwegian border. Oh, look at this boat. I know a guy who owns exactly this boat where I live. That's the exact same brand. Wow, why is this? This fall looks very low on water at the moment. Here we have a town called Svanvik. You know, let's compare Svanvik to Nickel, because look how close they are to one another. We have less than 8 kilometers in between one another. Let's just go into Nickel and show you what it looks like here. Well, this is yeah, this is the town of Nickel. Welcome. Do you think it looks good? Do you like it? This is a mining town, so it's just like, it's bound to look pretty bad. It is what it is. Now let's go and look over, just a little bit over, to this place called Svanvik. We'll see what it looks like. Oh, yo, look at this area here in Svanvik. It's so close to the town of Nickel in Russia, and this looks good. This looks like Sweden, honestly. Very similar vibe. Oh, we're inside. I mean, it looks good. Completely different vibe than that which you saw there in the town of Nickel. Now I'm thinking we're gonna go up to Kirkenes, but right before that we're gonna look at this area. I noticed there was some name here right alongside the Norwegian border here. If you go down here, boom. Yeah, that's Russia. Now we can see Russia, and now we're in Norway. Oh, why is there a church here in the middle of nowhere? Here's like the Arctic Sea. Whoa! King Oscar II's church look really cool. Why is there a church here in the middle of the nowhere? I mean, I don't complain, it looks cool. Wait, look, here's the Norwegian, and you can see there's the Russian sign. Just alongside this small river. Dude, it's literally, you can walk over this river, it's not even that deep. And you're in Russia, that's Russia. And then you're just like running over illegally and be like, yeah, now I'm in Russia, then you walk back. But look, it says camera surveillance. They have camera surveillance on this border crossing. That's crazy. Someone has a wind shelter right alongside this border. I suppose that is the camera security. The camera security on the Norwegian side is just a middle-aged Norwegian man with some vodka sitting here waiting, spying if there's a Russian trying to run over the border. It's a pretty beautiful area around here. But let's go and look out what actually is going on here in Kirkenes. You know what? There's actually so much stuff here in Kirkenes. So I feel like it almost deserves a separate video of its own. So I'm just gonna go down and give you a quick view, kind of what it's like. This is what it looks like in Kirkenes. It's an absolutely gorgeous, cute little town here actually. Would love to visit Kirkenes, but just like, look at this in comparison to Petsamo. In the level of like development, like this looks awesome. Kirkenes, like this looks like any other beautiful developed place in Scandinavia. So I mean, Petsamo is getting kind of mugged, not gonna lie. Whoa, yeah, it looks good. You kind of get the view of what it looks like here compared to what it looked like in Petsamo. But anyway, that's it for today's video. If you liked it, check out another one, and I'll see you in the next one.